I know you all have many questions, and there will be a time for those.
There are some constant particular questions that are being asked by our fellow brothers and sisters. For example, why are there 4 Gospels rather than 1? Certainly, things would look a lot easier if there was only 1 Gospel. Everything we read in that 1 Gospel will then be the Gospel truth, pure and simple. Now that we have 4 Gospels that often differ significantly from one another, things can be quite confusing. When you come to think of it, however, you begin to realize that things will be a lot worse if we had only 1 Gospel. That's the fact. If we had only 1 Gospel, we will think that there's only one way of understanding Jesus and how he relates to us. But now, we have 4 different Gospels, each of them telling us a significantly different story of Jesus and his mission, and it becomes easier for us to see that no story of Jesus can exhaust the whole truth of what Jesus is.
The prophets wrote, everyone will be taught by God. Anyone who hears the Father and learns from him comes to me.
Therefore, as limited human beings, we can only tell part of the story of God. This one reminds me of a story of 6 blind men who sets out to discover what the elephant looks like or what the elephant is. Therefore, the first blind man feels the elephant's side and says the elephant is like a wall. The second blind man feels the elephant's tusk and says it is like a spear. The third feels the trunk and says it is like a snake. The fourth feels the elephant's leg and says the elephant is like a tree. The fifth feels the ear and says it is like a fan. And the sixth blind man feels the elephant's tail and concludes that the elephant is like a rope. You could imagine, my dear brothers and sisters, the bitter disagreement that will ensue among them if they got together to discuss the nature of the elephant.
Promise before God that you will tell the truth.
Every one of them will insist that he's right and the other's wrong. But the truth of the matter is, yes, he's right, but then so also are all others. Each one of them has a valid experience of the elephant, but no one of them possesses the full knowledge of the total reality of the elephant. When you put all the 6 images of the elephant together, it still does not capture the full mosaic of the elephant.
So that the blind should see, and those who see should become blind.
After the Second Vatican Council, the Church's reading of the Gospel on Sunday was revised into 3-year cycle. Year A for the Gospel of Matthew, Year B for Gospel of Mark, and Year C for the Gospel of Luke. The Gospel of John is read on certain Sundays interpaced within 3 years, such as the Sunday of the Easter season. We are now in present moment in Year C, the year of St. Luke. The question we shall be asking ourselves this year is, what aspect of the mystery of Christ does Luke highlight as distinct from the focus of the other Gospels? There's a certain scholar who outlined in one word the aspects of Christ that each of the Gospels highlights. Matthew highlights Christ of majesty, who heals by word of mouth alone, never touches people, never hungry, never angry. Mark, on the other side, highlights the Christ of might, who proves he is the Messiah by his acts of power and authority over natural and demonic forces. St. Luke, on the other side, highlights the Christ of mercy, who reaches out to the poor, who casts foreigners and women. And John highlights Christ of mystery, who was with the Father from all eternity, and who has come into the world to reveal this hidden mystery, the truth that leads us to life. Kwa jina la Baba, na la Mwana, na la Roho Mtakatifu. Amina.